I'll just stand back here.
No. Come here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, am I that boring? Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be sharing a week of dinners with you guys. So the first thing we're making is the salad that we've been making lately. It is delicious with blackened chicken, mandarin oranges, walnuts, dried cranberries. It's superb. I will leave all of the recipes down below in the bottom bar for you. Let's get into it. All right, this is the finished result. It is such a refreshing salad and the dressing is delicious. So pretty easy, pretty delicious. All right guys, we are back for day number 2. It is Friday and we are going to grill tonight for the first time of the season. I'm very excited about it. So I am going to make turkey burgers. Adam is going to have shrimp. He has his little skewers right here sitting in water, and I have my turkey meat thawed. I'm just going to put it into this bowl, put everything that I use in my burgers. They always say to over season your burgers because the seasoning just kind of like not cooks out of it, but kind of. So I usually put an egg as part of the binding, as well as breadcrumbs, and then I put a little bit of this Eggroll original marinade in it. It's kind of like Worcestershire. I cannot say that word, do not make fun of me. I put some garlic powder and then salt and pepper. Let's do this. And then I just take out a cutting board and I put the mixed up meat on it so that I can kind of portion it out. And I usually make 4 burgers out of a pound of meat. So that is just the way that I have found that they turn out nice and juicy still. They don't get dried out or anything really nasty. I just pulled Adam's shrimp out. I will have him let you guys know what he is marinating it in, but let's go check on him. All right, Adam is in skewering his shrimp.
Skewering.
Skewering.
I'm not scaring it.
I said skewering.
Yeah, I don't know what that word means.
Skewering his shrimp. And I told them you were gonna tell him what you put on it.
Olive oil, lemon juice, cayenne, paprika, salt, lemon juice, olive oil, paprika, cayenne, salt,
Pepper?
no pepper, garlic. I think that's everything. That way it's got some spice.
All right, these are his shrimp skewered. For the veggie tonight, we are having asparagus, which is not my favorite. And we are just doing olive oil, salt, pepper, and garlic powder. And then we're gonna throw it on the grill. Mix them. Oh no.
What did you do to these?
I don't know.
What did you put them in it? Put in them?
The same as usual.
What did you put in them?
That marinade, the egg, the breadcrumbs, and seasoning.
So a couple of things. Either A, there's not enough breadcrumbs.
All right, I just did the dishes. One thing we always try to do is have all of the dishes done by the time there's food on the table. So he's outside grilling, so I did all of the dishes so that we don't have a crazy, messy kitchen after the fact. That is one thing that I never, ever, ever take for granted now that I have Adam after living by myself for like 11 years, I believe. So yeah, that's amazing. I'm also going to have some applesauce. I love applesauce. I do the unsweetened kind because applesauce has so much hidden sugar in it. So I like to do the unsweetened. I normally just buy the Kroger brand or like the store brand, but the shelves were empty. So this was actually the last jar left and it happened to be unsweetened, so I took it. All right, this is everything. He just came in from grilling. I just had him put a slice of cheese and then toast my bun, and then these will just be leftovers for me later in the week. Wait, come here.
Wait, come here. I'm here.
Day 3. I'm wearing the same sweater. Are you wearing the same sweater too?
I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
Are you wearing the same sweatshirt too?
Probably.
All right, tonight's dinner, we are going to grill some steaks. It's Saturday. I feel like we eat steak on the weekends. Yeah, so we're gonna have some steaks. I'll show you guys how he seasons them, and then we're going to make this arugula salad that we first had when we went to that cooking class for his birthday. And then, what else are we having? Oh, we're gonna roast some potatoes as well.
You betcha.
Yeah.
So we're cooking strip steaks, and take a couple paper towels and dry them off, because if they're not dry, then you won't get a good sear, or you won't get a good crust on the exterior. You want your steaks to be as dry as possible, especially after you take them out of the packaging. They won't be dry. You want to make sure that they sit for about a half an hour so that they become to room temperature. Add a little bit of olive oil. You want to coat the whole thing, sides, top, bottom, good crust on the outside, and keep the juices on the inside. You're going to generously coat or season the exterior with sea salt. And again, both sides, top and bottom. That helps draw out some of that moisture. It's also going to help get the crust. Add pepper after you cook it because it will burn and it can create a bitterness. So let this sit again about a half an hour, bring it up to room temperature, and then we'll grill.
All right, I am just going to quarter all of these fingerling potatoes to roast.
Place the potatoes onto a pan, just sprayed with a little bit of oil so that they don't stick, but we're still gonna add some olive oil to the potatoes. I like to use a spray. I'm gonna add a couple cloves of garlic. Just gonna mix that together. The seasoning you can measure out. I just kind of eyeball it. I'm gonna use some kosher salt. Ground black pepper. A little bit of thyme. A little bit of basil. And then also a little bit of oregano. So it's kind of just an Italian seasoning. I'm good to go. Throw these in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes and we'll be good.
For the dressing, I'm going to get a teaspoon of lemon zest and then a tablespoon of dressing.
What?
What?
A tablespoon of dressing?
A tablespoon of olive oil.
No, a tablespoon of lemon juice.
Oh my gosh.
Are you drunk?
No, unfortunately. All right, what are the instructions here?
So it goes on, you want the grill to be at least 500 degrees. I'm going to do it 2 minutes, turn it 90 degrees, and after that 2 more minutes, flip it, 2 minutes, turn it 90 degrees. So it'll be about 8 minutes, and that'll get you a nice medium rare. You can check it. If it doesn't feel like it is, then you'll want to put it in the oven or move it so that it's not on as high of heat for the last few minutes, just to continue to cook the interior.
All right, I came back in to finish up the salad, so I have a big bowl. We've got our arugula, and then I'm just going to put the dressing that I made on it, toss it with some shredded Parmesan. All right, dinner is done. All right, it is Sunday night and we are making one of our favorite salads. It is a salad that I always order from a restaurant that we go to. And so we just looked up recipes. So I will link all of the different recipes. There's one for the dressing and then one for the chicken, and then you'll just see what we put on it. All right, I just have romaine in a bowl, and we just put the dressing, we made it and then just put it into an old dressing bottle so that we had it on hand. And then we just put pecans on it, cranberries. Normally we put blue cheese on Adam's, but we don't have any blue cheese on hand, so we're gonna do Parmesan on his. That is it. This is tonight's dinner. Again, I will link the recipe for the chicken and then also for the dressing, and then just list out the other stuff that we put on it. All right, it is Monday. And we are making an egg roll in a bowl. I think that we've made this on here before, but I can't remember. It was probably in like a random vlog at some point, but that's what we're making tonight. So I have all of the ingredients out in front of me, but we do just swap out the, I think it calls for pork maybe. We swap it out for turkey, and then I think everything else we do normally. We don't have green onions, or I think that might be it. And we're doing white onion instead of red onion because we're just doing things with what we have on hand. All right, so I accidentally put in the entire thing of the coleslaw mix because when we got home from the store, we wiped everything down and then took anything out of the bag that we could. So that's why I ended up taking some out. I totally forgot. And then instead of the sriracha mayo mixture that they tell you to make, we just use this. We just buy this at the store, and it's essentially the same thing, but without, we never have mayo on hand, so this works for us. I also almost forgot to say, we add these just to add a little bit of crunch to them as well. So because we use the squeezy bottle, obviously it doesn't look as pretty as like drizzled, but this is the finished product. You're so creepy. It is Tuesday, is it Tuesday? Yeah, it's Tuesday. And we are making smashed chicken, which is something that I grew up having, but we used to make it way more unhealthy than we're making it now. So you need a sleeve of crackers. We have Townhouse crackers, but you can use any kind. Sometimes we'll do like the fancy crackers with a bunch of seasoning. You can do Ritz, you can do townhouse, anything. I actually opened this sleeve and they taste so different than this one. It's the most bizarre thing. Anyway, you need a sleeve of crackers, you need an egg, and we're doing chicken, obviously. And then we're also going to make Brussels sprouts. And what you do is you smash, Adam's gonna cook because I'm gonna go work out. So I'll just have him show you guys all of the steps, and then I will list all of the seasoning. Basically, you just smash these and turn it into the crust for the chicken. And we put garlic powder, seasoning salt, and pepper. Yeah, so that is what we put into the mix with the crackers, smash it all up, and then you just cut the chicken up, dip it into the egg with a tiny bit of water in it. You just whip it up and then dip the chicken in, dip it into the cracker mixture, and then put it onto the baking sheet. So that is what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna make the garlic Parmesan Brussels sprouts that we've made before, which I'll link that recipe down below because that one is from online.
We're gonna bread the chicken. The one thing I do that a lot of people don't is when I put it on the baking sheet, I'll put it on top of a rack. That way the air gets underneath. A lot of times if you ever notice if you bread chicken or bread any meat that the underside gets soggy or doesn't get as crispy as the rest of it. So I put it on the rack. That way the air and the heat gets everywhere. It's crispy all the way around.
All right, dinner is finished. We're gonna have some applesauce too. Adam really likes cinnamon in his, but I just like mine plain. But yeah, we will link the recipes for everything down below. Alrighty guys, I hope that you enjoyed going through and cooking with us all week. Like I said, I will link all of the recipes down below in case you're interested in making any of them. If you do make them, let me know. You can tag me on Instagram or send me a message. Yeah, if you want us to do more cooking videos, we could definitely do that. Leave any video requests you have down below. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you leave so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks so much for watching. Bye guys.